What's up, YouTube? Bobbles and Ball Cards back with another video. Seen you guys on already in the chat. Appreciate you. Um, I was looking back and realized that it's been quite a while since I actually did a live and just got on, hung out, chatted with folks, talked the hobby, sports cards, that sort of stuff. I get on and do the previews. I get on and do the reveals, that sort of stuff. But it's been a while. It's been like, I think October was the last time I had actually got on and just like talked, shot the shit. I figured it was a Monday. Um, it was asked a couple, I think it was the weekend before last, Eric over in on Carlos's channel when I was live with them. He asked why I don't go live. Um, and I didn't have an answer really. It was just more, I used to do it every night, and you know, things happened with my grandmother, and I kind of needed to back away. And then the YouTube space, as well as cards in general, just kind of blew up, and a lot of people were going live. A lot more channels popped up, and I knew there wasn't enough audience. Like the people had found other channels to watch, and like there wasn't enough time in the day to watch everybody. So I stopped doing the lives every night and just kind of went about doing things different ways. But maybe I can get back into it. I could, if folks can let me know. I don't know what all the other popular channels when they go live or whatever. I don't know everybody's schedules. Um, so if I can figure a day that like works, we could possibly go into a weekly thing, see how that works out. Obviously, my biggest thing is staying committed to it, because when the orders come, like sometimes it might just have to be a live for doing the pre or doing the reveal. Obviously Saturdays we always do previews on Saturdays, so Saturday would be a bad day. um, so it would just have to, I'd have to figure it out. But anyway, who do we got up in the chat? Paul, he says that thumbnail just good stuff. Man, I told the I told the wife, I sent it to her. I was like, hey, if people don't like to comment, at least they've been commenting on the thumbnails. So I appreciate you guys. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Um, that's what all this is about. So Ziggy says, cheers. What is up, sir? Sean says he has that Comstock card. We graded it for you, sir. I know you have it. I just thought it was a funny image to use there. Tied in Eric. I don't know if y'all could see it on the thumbnail itself, but I kind of made it and I put his name on it. And I changed the team to the Boston Chocolate Sticks. Those that watch Carlos's lives and stuff gets the reference. So let's see. Anthony said, what is up, cool kids? Three Rivers says, hey everyone. James says, what's up, brothers and sisters? The missus says, hello everyone. She'll be in and out. I think she wanted to read or something. She was working on something. Sean said he is finishing up a TV show. Craven Cards, how are you, sir? What is up? Good evening. Anthony's probably not wrong here. The missus got to stay. That's why we're here. Y'all probably spot on there. Andrew, what is up, sir? I emailed you back. I don't know if you've seen it. Just get with me. We'll figure something out, man. Hope I don't know if he's opened it yet, but hopefully he enjoys. Let's see. James asked the missus if she's doing the countdown. He means for the national. If she starts that now, I will lose every Instagram follower we have, because people like. Anyway, I'm not getting into that. Tom says, good evening, friends and fellow cardboard enthusiasts, collectors, and connoisseurs. He got all fancy and bougie. And then we got Eric in here. Hello, jerk face. Could you please start the show with an explanation of why you have chosen to attack innocent people? I did not attack you. You said it was awesome. What's up, Inglorious? What is up, Carlos? Not Carlos. My bad. Dang it. I know his name, and I my mind went blank. I will come around to it. Hang on. I'm sorry. Let's see. Sean says, Eric, you are just mad it was a baseball and not a puck. Uh, Dean's still up. We could have opened the stuff you sent. I can send you a link. I can send you a link. Give me a minute and I'll send it over. Give me 1 minute. Brendan said, "Who is this Carlos character you speak of?" Friday nights. Go check him out. Saturday this week though. It's a lot of fun over there with those fellas. Rick, what's up? Orlando. I had Carlos in my brain because I was talking about Carlos's channel. Orlando, I apologize, sir. Orlando, he's got the sweet SGC 52 mantle. Um, Very nice card, sir. Tom was giving me a hint of Florida. Your lawyer? Oh, you're suing me. Okay, cool. Just send me a bill, whatever. But no, I just wanted to get on a talk. The thumbnail is to have some fun, and if you noticed, I put PSA and you. I caught Mike, Baseball Collector's video that he did on bench clear, and then obviously I watched him with Big Scott last night, and I want to discuss part of that because I'm not saying he's wrong, but there were some things he said in there that I don't know. Like when he said it's the hobby's fault, like I think categorizing the hobby as being the ones at fault like as a totality was kind of wrong because there's a lot of people that don't even grade cards and there's a lot of people that don't use PSA. There's folks like myself that tried them, only took one time to realize I wasn't going to use them, and I found other options. There's people that actually um, want the service provided that they're paying for, and they understand that sure, PSA might sell for more on the resale value, um, but at the same time there is other options, and there was just a couple other comments that you know like when he said if you want to put food on the table, you have to use PSA. That's not true. um, I have been doing cards full time. December 21st will be 1 year. And I haven't sent PSA the first card. Like, I haven't sent PSA a card since October of 2019. So to say that, I mean, there's other methods here. You don't have like people. There's dealers that only deal with raw cards. Paul, if he's still in here, he knows of a football guy. The guy will crack out cards and slabs and sell them raw. He I don't know that I've ever seen a graded card in the man's case. I know the dealer that Paul is very familiar with. He's a great guy, but he doesn't really care about the slab. Um, so, you know, and I'm not just sitting here to tell y'all, hey, go use SGC because I've sent cards to CSG. I think they provide a good service. The only company out of the main four that I've never tried is BGS. And quite honestly, it's because of the price of them. BGS has always been like more expensive than the other ones. And when I first tried PSA, it was because of the price. They were $8 a card bulk. I signed up for the membership. You got the 15 vouchers that covered the price of the membership. And so I was like, okay, well, the membership doesn't cost anything. And then I could send them bulk at $8 a card. At that current time, SGC had a website price of $10. You had to actually call in there. I wasn't aware of that. You had to contact them to get a bulk price. So when I was looking at prices, what stood out to me with PSA was they were the cheapest to grade with. So that's why I gave them a shot. But, at the same time, like the resale value thing, I can say that is the hobby's fault. 100%. That's the hobby's fault. But to continuously allow PSA to get away with really whatever the hell they want, um, screw ups. And trust me, I'm not saying that any of them are perfect, but when you hear it so much, and even the like the grades, I read somebody's comment that it was actually Aaron, Closet Canada. He said he watches a lot of PSA reviews, and what he hears is, oh, a 7, oh, an 8. Oh, okay, well, I thought this would be a 9. Oh, damn, this is a 10. And it's like they're confused on their grading. Um, that's an issue. You hear Nolan, you hear him frequently say they just kind of spin the wheel or whatever. And that man's been grading for a dozen years. So this to continue to allow them to do that, it's there's other options out there. I mean, to say that you have to use them, you you don't. You don't have to use them at all. Like, again, you can keep your cards raw. I'm not even saying you have to grade them at all. You can keep them raw. Um, there was just some things. I think he brings up a good point, okay? And it's kind of the term. And again, I want to also preface Mike is someone that he he has all of his cards in PSA, or majority of them. He also does a lot of the autographs that have to be authenticated. So I understand him using them for that service. That makes perfect sense, right? Yeah, the SGC, he'd have to send them to Beckett, and I don't even know if they do. Um, I don't even know if they do the ones that he collects. So anyway, that makes sense for him. Um, but again, just to say that just it was more of the stuff when he came across that said you have to use them. That kind of like bothered me because Mike knows you don't have to use them. You're giving into that and allowing them. You're basically the way I thought about it earlier when I was like kind of thinking this through. If I had a puppy and it kept peeing in my house, is it the puppy's fault or is it my fault? Okay. It would be my fault for not training the dog to go outside. If I just continued letting it happen and not tried to train the puppy, then it's just going to keep peeing in my house. Right. And then I'm just going to have to keep cleaning up the mess. So it's the same thing with PSA. If they keep screwing up and you just keep sending them the cards and ignoring it, they're not going to care. Like, why would they? Why should they? You have to give them a reason to actually want to care. And if you just keep shoveling them the cards, they're going to just keep taking your money and not care. So anyway, shout out to Mike. I thought it was a good video. I just don't like that sentiment of that you have to use them, because there's other options out there. And I'm not saying just SGC. Use whoever the hell you like, but start making sure you're getting the service that you're paying for. And also, to James's mention here, he said it's how they handled it. I am not even so worried about the NDA. The thing that bothered me most, and I don't even know if anybody's thought of this, he sent them a Trey Lance out of 25, and he got back a Trey Lance. Then when he contacted them and everything, and they had him send it back, from what he said, they had no clue where his card went. He got back the same player that he sent, but they didn't know where his card went. To me, that feels like his card was stolen and replaced with a different Trey Lance card. That is worse to me than the NDA and all of that stuff. Like, right? Mistakes happen. But think about this, okay? Their PSA. If James Gillum sent me cards to send off. Now, keep in mind, I don't sit here and give the opinion of the card. I don't put it in the case, right? But every other thing that we do in the process is just like what the grading companies do. So if James sent me cards and I send him back cards and they are completely different than what he sent me, completely different cards, and then he calls me and says, "Hey, Brandon, these aren't the cards I sent. And I say, well, James, I don't know what the hell happened to your cards, man. I'm sorry. Now, granted, James is like family to me, and he probably would laugh and be like, don't worry about it. But if that happened and that was me, people would like throw me under the rails and not use our bulk sub service ever again. And I would not blame them. I wouldn't blame them. Right. So that's where it's kind of like, the NDA, whatever. It is what it is. But, you know, I just think I think there was something else there. So let me go through comments real quick. I got behind. I was talking here. James said he did blame himself. I wasn't saying he didn't blame himself, but to categorize the hobby in the blame, the hobby is everybody, right? It should be all inclusive, and not all of us are to be at blame about why PSA is put up on a pedestal. So Ziggy says, nice lights. That's actually a little Christmas tree back there. Trying to be a little festive. Andrew says he's ready. Let me email this to him real quick. Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna get him on here. Boom, reply, paste, send. All right, there we go. Okay. Did you catch the sports card radio video with an SGC thumbs up? Very rare. No, I did not, Brendan. I did hear Dustin. I think he was in the chat. He said something about they were talking up Peter. I don't know for sure what they did. Eric says, my wife told me to take my PSA slabs off the table if I want my dinner. I bet you didn't have to move much, did you? Paul said, AJ is one of the few people that can out-knowledge me on vintage football, 99.9% raw. That's the dealer Paul's talking about, or that I was mentioning. Very awesome dude. He deals mostly football, but like Paul said, 99.9% raw. I've actually sold him some slabs, and he told me that he was just going to crack them out. So anyway, I'm going to get back to some more comments here in a minute. I'm going to add in, let's see, we go back and take this off. I'm going to add in Andrew. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. So he's never really actually met you face to face, but Dean, this is Brandon. Brandon, this is Dean.
How you doing, little man? I see you go to the card shops and enjoy your LCS and everything. So that's just a little something. I know your dad watches. I'm assuming you probably watch with him. So that's just a little something. Oh, you even got the Christmas card there too. Woo!
Yep. So
That's
he's going to open it if you're ready.
Have to thank her.
He's ready to open. He's
Go
been
ahead,
holding
man.
on to this.
Rip it open. You might have to get scissors. I double package when I ship.
We're gonna give it the college try because I don't even have scissors in this room.
All right, well, be careful. It's double. It's in 2 different envelopes. I always package.
I got it.
With double envelopes. So
we're getting there. We're like cavemanning it. All right. Hold on, Dean. All right, I think we're at the guts. And then there's a note in here. Can we read the note?
Yeah, you can read it. I put on there, apologize for my handwriting. I got old man fingers. The arthritis is kicking my butt, so my handwriting isn't as good as it was.
And Dean does love stickers, so thank you for that, Bobbles and Ball Cards.
You're welcome, man.
Please say.
Thank you.
And I'll just read the note off to the side here. It says, "Hey, Dean and Andrew, thanks for watching my channel and being a part of my Baubles community. Hope you enjoy this gift and keep collecting and having fun sharing your experience. Your friend, Baubles." And then, yes, the note that you alluded to earlier was, I'm not going to read it. Just that you have
about I
hand
apologize
wrap.
for my handwriting. Yeah.
I don't know if it's something. Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got it. It's my turn.
So this is something your dad reached out to me about. So hopefully you enjoy.
He's getting fatigued.
Hey, I might even the wife, even the missus says I go a little excessive on packing,
Hey,
but
that's all right.
hey,
Better be more excessive than not
people get their
excessive.
stuff. So your dad said you like the Griffey and you like the CSG slabs, so I had a couple extras there, and so I figured I would hook you up with a kid as well. Start your Griffey collection, or
What do you
add to
think,
it, I
Dean?
should say.
Cool.
What do you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome, man. I hope you enjoy. Keep doing your
He's-
videos. Keep having fun. Keep hitting that card shop up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to open the red card too, since it's here, since it's from you as
That's
well.
from the wife. If we had addresses, yeah, I don't even know how many. I don't know if she's still on here. I don't know how many cards she sent. It was a ton.
This was just her card. So it says, "Wishing you a very Merry Christmas." And wow, that's pretty cool. It says, "May all the roads lead you to season filled with cheer, love, Baubles, and crew." And then it's got a really awesome Honus Wagner.
I had to dress Onus up a little bit.
Yeah, like that. That's cool. And then it's got the Baubles family right there. So that's really cool. That's definitely going to go in a binder for sure.
Yeah, that's her
And
thing. She's been having a lot of fun. We do a little Christmas card every year. First year I did Mantle. Last year I did Jim Brown, and this year we did the Onus. So
yes, I really appreciate you giving him this. I don't think he doesn't have a CSG. This is the first CSG slab that he's ever gotten, and I don't even have a CSG slab. So
well, now
he's
you
one
both
up
do.
on me. So
Hey, now
I
he
really
does.
appreciate.
So
Dad, what about that one? That one. How about
He thinks there's something in this cardboard, but it's just a piece of
no,
cardboard.
that's just so the slab didn't get cracked. Yeah.
So hey, say thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome, man. And again, keep hitting that LCS up. Keep having fun. Keep sharing it with everybody. Keep growing your channel and keep collecting.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. We have a good time sharing our little journey together, kind of getting him involved with the stuff as well as getting him exposed. We still haven't been to a card show yet, but we figure we'll start really small around our area. Maybe go to a place that has like 50 to 100 tables and go from there.
I shared it in a video recently. I went to a little tiny show here in the town I live in, and I'll tell you, it was one of the funnest shows I've ever been to. There was a few kids. I've actually two of them now I've subscribed to their channels. They both have YouTube channels. But they were there, dealing and they were actually trading more than anything. They were going around to dealers trying to trade and stuff. And that was just cool to see. They were getting excited over just it wasn't like $1,000 cards or anything. They were just getting excited over collecting. They had Pokemon and sports, and it was just
That's
fun to
awesome.
see. So in those small shows, you get to learn people, and then it's more community based because you'll know somebody, they'll know somebody, they'll know somebody else, and then everybody starts talking, and y'all got everything in common. So and then when you go next time, everybody will be there, and you'll start becoming friends and everything else. So, but
Yep.
but
That's
thank
what
you
it's all
guys.
about. It's networking.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
So,
thanks a lot, Brandon. I really do appreciate it, but we do have to get going because it's this guy's bedtime over here. So,
yes, sir. Well,
all
go
right.
enjoy
Hey,
it, Dean. Go put that up on your shelf and enjoy it, man.
see ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, that's cool. I don't know if you guys seen. I want to before I get too far into the other stuff. Um, I'm gonna also be doing a giveaway sometime soon. I'm still trying to work out how I'm gonna do it. Um, I did the shirt and tumbler little sale thing. A couple of them were purchased. Me and the missus went out yesterday to Target, loaded up an entire cart with toys, and then took them and dropped them off for the Toys for Tots donations. Um, but William Sy, who purchased a shirt, also wanted to purchase an extra shirt and a tumbler, and he wanted me to use it towards a giveaway. So, William, if you're watching, thank you. And so we are going to be doing a giveaway soon. It's going to have I have a shirt, I have Arctic tumbler. I also have I did not even realize I had this, but there is an extra. I have a duplicate bobblehead. I don't know how you have duplicate bobbleheads, but I guess I ordered 2 of this one. Um, And then I might see if I have some cards or something I can toss in, or maybe we'll do some grading credits or something like that. I'll likely do it closer around Christmas. The thought I had is doing a live stream, and instead of like just randoming everybody's names or something, opening a box of cards and like ask every so many packs, I'm gonna like name a player, and then you'll have to remember the player of the card I said, and then like for the final thing, just to make sure everybody's paying attention, like when I get to the last pack, have you guess like what the card number of the last card in the last pack is, and then whoever's closest and has all the right answers, maybe do the giveaway that way. Just something fun. um but yeah, just try to have fun with it all. So let's get back to some comments. I see Mike is in here. I don't know if you caught the beginning, sir. I want to make sure I'm not like trying to criticize you in general. The whole PSA thing has gotten out of hand. So let's see, where was I at in the comments? I think it was right here. All right. Seth, how are you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. We need to get you back to Chantilly at some point, man. Tom said, I just had Prostein 123 send me 3 raw numbered rookie cards of Trae Young, MPJ, DeAndre Ayton, and Austin Martin, all 4 in old penalty sleeves and shoved in once. Wow. I guess times are tough for them guys. I keep stacks of penny sleeves here by my desk. That way, if I sell something and the penny sleeve is kind of bad, I swap it out. So that must be bad. Ziggy says real collectors don't use PSA; those are the herd. I would argue, a lot of collectors don't even grade. There's many ways to enjoy cardboard. So let's see. Just reminded why I don't deal with pros team ever. I can't support poor practices. Scott, what is up, sir? I just want to hang out and have fun. Definitely, if you're not having fun, that's why I've been doing the thumbnails so quirky lately. I just think it's fun. They're funny, laugh, whatever. Ziggy says BGS was the collector's grader until 2020 PSA leads because they are the easiest to jump, period, most favorable. That kind of transitioned in 2017-ish. For one, like I mentioned, the cost and then the gem rate also, it was easier to gem. He says, does everybody get a blue wrench? We moderate people especially people that have submitted with us. That way we know who is someone that has submitted cards through the group sub. So yes, there's a lot of blue wrenches on the channel. Everybody gets along for the most part. If you can't, this isn't the place. We're here to have fun. So Orlando says, most of my cards are raw. The few I grade them through SGC. I mean, again, a lot of people collect raw, and everybody has a preference on grading companies. So only people who don't confuse real collectors every 5 minutes get wrenches. Damn, Paul. Thoughts on SCR? Very positive comments on Peter. I haven't watched it. Like, everybody rushes, I guess, to their channel to pop up. I don't. Like, I haven't watched it, so I apologize. I can't give thoughts on that. If they said nice things about Peter, great. I have for years. So congrats to finally coming around to it, I guess. And Gloria says he agrees his card was stolen. I definitely, that's the only thing that makes sense, especially since they got the same player back. I know they've gotten orders crossed before, but if that's what happened, they should have been able to figure out where his order was supposed to go. So that doesn't make any sense that they just said they don't know where it is. So PSA has no 9.5, so they grade up. Very likely, yes. That does make it easier to give a 10 without having the 9.5. Brendan says the NDA does seem odd considering PSA doesn't seem concerned about PR at all. I guess you're assuming some of the other folks that like are associated with collectors. Yeah, but I think NDAs happen more than we know. I think Mike alluded to that. We don't really know how often PSA screws up because we don't know how many people have signed NDAs and just don't speak on stuff. So I'll say again, as a bulk submitter to SGC, there has never been a time that if I've reached out to them or whatever and said, hey, this card was damaged, or hey, what's up with this? They've fixed it, and they've never said, don't tell nobody, right? They've never said that. The only time they've ever told me don't say anything is if they alerted me a couple of days ahead of time on a price drop. That's the only time they've ever said don't say anything, because obviously they didn't want that leaked out. Other than that, they've never told me don't say anything. So I know the NDAs are probably more common than we realize, but I think it was something like that, especially when he had already done a video, was kind of a little off. So James said he would come down and kick my butt. He knows my address and he's not too far away. So Sean said he's just here to put the sex bots into timeout. They have not shown up yet. We're not cool enough for those yet tonight. So Reverend, what is up, sir? A fellow hockey collector. He likes CSG. There you go. There's an example. He doesn't need, he doesn't need the top company. He subs his stuff. He does the registry and all that with CSG, builds an awesome collection and enjoys collecting, and shares some golf clips. So let's see. Ziggy says, I wanted to hear Mike say he is crossing his PSA collection over to Tag. He can't. Mike, if you're still in here, are you doing that when Tag opens vintage? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Let's see. Eric says, no matter how bad PSA screws up, people will still pick them over BGS. BGS is a dumpster fire. Eric, we know you've dug out the VHS tapes. They have 25% off special going on. We know you're sending your VHS tapes in. Why have collectors viewed all of the big four companies equal when it came to Gem Mint? PSA would not be number one. That's debatable, just because they do have a long history in the hobby and they have had the registry for a long time. There is people that have a lot of money vested into PSA. I don't mean a lot of money in cards, but they have spent a lot of money to get cards graded for the registry. Not necessarily saying they're all valuable, but there's a lot of people with a lot of money in PSA slaps. So Canton Card Collector, aka Guns, my boy, what's up, Brando and the missus? How are you doing, sir, over on the West Coast? Hope you had a good day at work on a Monday. Tom says, we know not everyone cares about only the card rev. It's all about the money to hustle culture. And see, that's the part that, like, I don't agree with, because think of it this way. There is, I don't know how many people in this chat right now that have submitted cards to SGC through us. We've been doing this almost 3 years now. I can tell you many of those. I know Sean sells SGC. I know JJ sells SGC. I know JD over JD Sports Cards. If he's in here, he sells SGC. I know so many Kid Guns. He sold SGC. There's so many people that I know that has used us for going on 3 years now. If they weren't able to sell the cards and make money, they wouldn't keep sending us cards. It's just plain and simple. So you can still make money with the other companies. Are you selling for the premium? No, but you may not be buying those cards for the premium price either. That's where I always like to look. What are people into something for? We always look at the sale price, but nobody's looking at what people are actually paying for something. So let's see. Ziggy, I think BGS lack of execution is part of the reason PSA took off. To be honest, there was no SGC option in 2020 until Peter. Before Peter, it was BGS or PSA. There was SGC. It was just always modern, ultra modern BGS, vintage to PSA SGC. That was the way the hobby worked. I heard that all the time. If you want modern cards, send them to BGS. If you want vintage cards, send them to PSA or SGC. Rev said, I posed a question to every person who slams other grading companies. I ask, if you had a PSA 10, would you crack it and grade with their favorite company? They say that makes no sense. That says it. Rev, truthfully, I don't even have that many PSA 10s to begin with. And the ones I did are cards that I bought cheaper than grading fees. So I wouldn't crack them to regrade them to begin with, because then it would cost me more money than the card's worth. So there's the truth to that tale on my end anyway. I probably have less than 10 PSA 10s in my collection, maybe 15. I don't know. It's mostly Victor Robles stuff. Let's see. Trying to get caught up here. I am, pretty far behind here. A lot of people saying, nice job. That's awesome. Nice slab. Nice Griffey. Saying what's up to Dean. Saying hi to the missus. Let's see here. All right, Rev says, Bullet, I paid a lot less for CSG Gem Mint for my Creel PC than for a PSA. It was a no-brainer. If you're loving the collection and you're loving your PC and it's not about the value at the end of the day, you do what's smart. So, and then Bullard said 100% agree. Everything is about the right price. The missus said, we buy the card that we want no matter the slab, if it's the right price. That is definitely true. I have a little bit of everything. The only slab, this isn't about the company. This isn't about their grading. I don't care for their slab, is HGA. I don't like their slab. I even told I didn't even know when he was at Chantilly. I didn't know he was the CEO. I told the guy that was apparently the CEO. I told him I don't care for their slab because I had a conversation with him. So that's the only one. I own one HGA slab. That's it. So, and that was just because I wanted the X Fractor that was in it. Let's see. I was trying to complete my Luke Elite to Blue rookie card in PSA 10. I found a BGS 95 red. 700. PSA 10 was 1400. You know which one I bought. I'm gonna guess the BGS. So Mason, what is up, Mason, sir? I hope you are doing well. Awesome seeing you at the Niners game. That looked like a lot of fun, man. Said very cool. We're watching from Mason's TV. Got your card too. Thank you, and good stuff, Dean. Mason, you are very welcome, sir. Hope you are doing well. The missus put up and said it's the Lamar flip bobble from Foco. It is. It's the Lamar Jackson when he did the flip into the end zone. For some reason, I ordered 2 of those bobbleheads. So I have a second one. It's still in the box there. I haven't even opened it. Mike said he didn't hear the beginning, so no offense taken. Well, if you go back and listen, just be clear. No offense, okay? Mason, thank you guys. Hey, James, we're doing okay. Mason, the scans tomorrow. Please keep them in y'all's prayers. Always, Mason. Look at this. I might have to get you to get me a new band. Man, the missus have been eating healthier and like dieting, and the band is starting to get really loose. So I might have to actually I think I got the extra large was the one I got originally. I might have to see if I can get another smaller size. Brian G said, I really wish BGS would fix their website. It's so difficult to navigate when it comes to orders. This is not wrong. I was trying to look earlier for autograph authentication because they got it 50% off right now. I couldn't figure it out. So I'm probably, if I dive into it, I probably could, but it isn't the easiest to do submissions and stuff on. Jane said, I paid less for 56 Jackie at the National and a PSA 2 slab. Bobbles cracked it out, and I got a 3. Shh. Don't tell people I'm cracking your slabs, James. No, I'm just kidding. I actually still have that flip here somewhere, or I did anyway. I might have finally threw it away, but I had it laying over here. Let's see. Rev says, I will probably send a Pack Wars Black Robertson to SGC. I think that would look nice. Black cards that have a lot of color to them, inside, they do pop really well. Darker, like purple refractors sometimes get lost. But if the card is mostly black and then there's some good bright color, it'll pop out. Let's see. Will we ever see set collectors come back? Seems rare now. I think the issue is right now is they're making most everything where you can buy it already in a set. That kind of takes some of the fun out of it. I think there's more player collectors and team collectors. I don't know that you'll ever get back to a lot of set collectors, but Tom says he enjoys a new bougie thumbnail. Tom broke out the bougie. For y'all don't know, Eric is Bougie Eric, and that is whose face I used in the thumbnail. Just having some fun. James said he will do Mason. Still has his Team Mason band on. I do too, like I showed. Mason says, thank you. Sadie says, that's where it starts. Then he'll charge a monthly fee for your blue wrench. Man, you better get out of here with that mess. Honestly, I don't even know how to set the membership stuff up. I always like, I think it's funny when Carlos says, I offer you nothing, but if you want to help support the channel, I think it's a great thing when people do. But I don't even mess with it. Let's see. Rev says, Inglorious small insert sets are great to collect, but sets have gotten too big. Yeah, this is pretty. That's true too. 700 card set. I guess take that back. We build the hockey sets, so there are still people that do some sets. Sean says Bobbles equals Elon. Nah. I am definitely not. I am not Elon. Mrs. said, if I'm charging monthly fees, I've never seen this money. She is not wrong. For that matter, if y'all paid for a membership, I would be shocked. No offense to you guys. I would be shocked if y'all paid a membership to watch my silly videos. But let's see. Sean said, NDAs don't really matter unless you have social media presence. Wouldn't be any reason for me to deny one. Yeah, right. I mean, the other thing is, like, I think most people, even if they signed it, they would talk to their friends. And if the friends leaked it to somebody else and then it got leaked to somebody else, I mean, that would be about the only way I could see something coming back around. But this is a hobby and people talk to everybody. It's community based. And look, there's 34 people in here on a Monday night watching my silly ass. So let's be real. People are going to talk, whether it's to a friend or to, thousands of people on YouTube. So Mike says, absolutely not crossing my collection onto tag. Oh, if anybody, hold on, let me pull this up.